We've got some news here with Luna Classic, and I want to get your thoughts on this. So make sure you hit the like button. Let's get this thing up to 400 or 500 likes here. I know we can do it because I want a lot of people to weigh in on this. I came across this article recently this afternoon and wanted to bring it to you, get your thoughts. We're seeing a lot of chatter right now on Twitter about Luna Classic getting perhaps relisted on Coinbase. And a lot of that chatter right now is from the community trying to drive the narrative about why they should be listed. Luna Classic should be listed back on Coinbase and relisted at that. Now, Robinhood has never listed Terra Luna even before the collapse back in May, and there's chatter now about that as well, getting listed on both Coinbase and Robinhood. And I want to ask you guys the question and get into this article a little bit from the Crypto Basics. Shout out to them. They do a phenomenal job bringing us up to speed on big questions and big ideas like this. Should Terra Classic community create a petition to get LUNC listed on Coinbase and Robinhood? Now, speaking of petitions, we saw the Shiba Inu community do this. Now, how much of a role did they play in SHIB actually getting listed on Coinbase and Robinhood? I don't know, but both happened, right? Eventually, over time, SHIB did get listed on Coinbase late last year and did get listed on Robinhood earlier this year. Both of those things came to fruition, and there were petitions behind them and communities coming together, controlling a narrative and making sure people hear that particular community. It does matter, right? But with this particular one, this could be a little more difficult given the history of Luna Classic, even though Quan could be completely removed from all of this, and it's the Terra Rebels running the show, which we're still trying to figure that out, but I would love to think that, right? So it says here, new ways are necessary to facilitate LUNC burns. Terra Classic investors have come a long way in plans to revive collapsed cryptos, LUNC and USTC. Both digital currencies were dealt a heavy blow back in May, of course. Now, as reported, victims of the Terra collapse wanted a huge chunk of the token supply burnt by TFL. However, the company had other plans and chose to launch a new chain and new tokens as compensation plans for Terra's victims. After this, though, Terra Classic investors had to revive LUNC themselves by voluntarily burning and staking the digital currency. Now, the recent implementation of the 1.2% burn tax, which we've been talking quite a bit about, for all LUNC on-chain transactions and some exchanges that have done it on their own for off-chain as well, is an important step in the right direction. However, more efforts must be made if Luna Classic ever stood a chance of rising from the ashes yet again. Although it's still a top 35 crypto by market cap, given the recent surge in the last several months, people want to see this thing come back to 1 cent and beyond. And even that wouldn't even touch close to where it was before, the billions of dollars that were invested in it in that market cap. So we'll see what happens in regards to that. But getting Terra Classic listed on Robinhood and Coinbase could be something that could help, right? So this says here that it would bolster the number of tokens that would be burnt daily. However, having Coinbase and Robinhood list LUNC is no easy task given the token's history and allegations about its founders' fraudulent activities. That's what I mentioned right at the top of the video, right? That's going to be a tall task. Now, interestingly enough, the Terra Classic community could convince these trading platforms to list LUNC by creating a petition on change.org to get their attention. At least that could help, right? Several crypto projects have been using this method to attract the attention of top cryptocurrency exchanges. And they go into how Shiba Inu did it. That petition that was created with SHIB and Robinhood, it was insane. It attracted over 300,000 signatures from Shiba Inu investors. So you could say that that played a role in Shiba Inu getting listed on Robinhood earlier this year. You know, it was funny how that played out, though, just quickly on that note. Robinhood lost a ton of money by not listing Shiba Inu earlier. If they'd have listed SHIB early on, right at the same time period that Coinbase did, they would have made a ton, and I mean a ton more money. I mean, it was their loss, if anything else. But a few months later, SHIB was listed on the trading platform. Similar initiative is being, it was longer than a few months, by the way. It took a little while. A similar initiative is being made by investors of Floki Inu as well, as they're trying to get listed on Binance. Their petition requires 35,000 signatures, already has about 29,000. So it says here, to end it, with the popularity of LUNC, it would be easy for investors to ask Coinbase and Robinhood to list the token to bolster the ongoing burn program. Now, listen, I don't think this is a bad thing. I want to wrap it up here. I don't think this is a bad thing to get listed or try to get relisted on Coinbase, for example. But I like the recent news this week that we saw with the utility, right? Partnering up with different projects in blockchain gaming. For me as an investor, that means more. Yes, the burn is important. We have to reduce the overall supply in order to make this thing work. But that could happen in a multitude of ways, and it's going to take time regardless. Getting people in and keeping people in, I think there's more merit to focusing on utility, right? And applications that come in and stay on the Terra Classic blockchain. So that's what I've got here in the video. Let me know what you think about this down below. I don't think it could hurt creating a petition for one of these or both of these. I don't think it could hurt necessarily. What do you guys think down below? Love hearing from you. Appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video.